Do it again. Do the arms.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about the making of the Paperman suit?
So what I had to do, well, actually what I started with, since I didn't want to spend any money on this whole project, it was to do it as cheap as possible.
Mm-hmm.
What I did was Quinlan, the guy who played the Paperman, me and him went to a thrift store and got white nude colored clothes for like $12. And then I looked on Facebook Marketplace for free paper, and I ended up at some lady's house, and I found piles of like thick contractor paper or like cardstock paper.
Right.
But it was huge. It was like 15 by 15 squares, and I was like, oh, those are too big. So what I did was I cut them all up into 6 by 2 rectangles that you see, and then I wanted the paper to be able to move, so I didn't want to just glue it on there. So I found some white fabric, and what I did was I cut them all up into 2-inch by 2-inch squares, and then I hot glued those little pieces of fabric onto the rectangular pieces of paper, and then I hot glued it onto the fabric of like the pants or the shirt.
That's a really cool feat. That's really extraordinary to get that effect.
Yeah.
Like
and now it like moves. It's visually, it flows with the air, and I think it looks really great. But so there's a bunch of pieces to the suit itself. There's the pants, and then there's the shirt, and then we have the gloves, which are his hands. Then we have the headdress, which is a large piece of cloth that I had to paste. That one was the hardest because it was like circular.
Right.
The hands actually were pretty hard, and I feel like if I were to do it again, I would redo those. But for the headdress, it was like super long, and you could see it in the video. But we glued a hat on top of it, so it looked like, you know, it was like coming out of him. We curled the ones on the top so it looked like hair. I thought it was pretty cute. So it was a long process.
Rad.
It took, I think, 4 months and like 7 seasons of SVU Special Victims Unit.
Wow.
My apartment is a disaster. I hecking did it.
So this is your other hand. No, where's that? Left hand. Got it? Oh, shoot. Great. Okay, sick.
I was lost in